student, this is Dr. Rashmitha, Assistant Professor in the Department of Basic Science and Humanities, Vignan's Institute of Engineering for Women's. Today I am going to give the lecture on connectives and truth tables. So what is called a connectives? A logical connective is a symbol which is used to connect two or more statements in such a manner. So what is called a statement? Statement is a declarative sentence. It is either true or false, but not both. So truth values for true represented by T and the truth value for false is represented by F. For example, the sun rises in the east. It is a true statement. So we can write it for T. Truth value for the statement is T. And 2 plus 3 equal to 6. Actually 2 plus 3 equal to 5. But here we written 2 plus 3 equal to 6. This is a false statement. So the truth value for this statement is false. So generally we have 5 connectives. First one is negation, conjunction, disjunction, conditional or implication and biconditional statements. So coming to the negation, the negation is a statement generally formed by introducing the word not at a proper place in the statement and or by prefixing the statement with the phrase it is not the case that. So if P denotes the statement, then the negation of the P can be written as negation P and it is read as a not P. If the truth value for P is true, then the truth value for negation P is false. Coming to the truth table for negation, so the truth value for the statement P is true, then the truth value for the statement negation P is false. If the truth value for the P is false, then the truth value for the negation P is true. This is the truth table for negation. So for example, a sentence, it is a Arjun's dog has a black tail. Then the negation of this statement is Arjun's dog does not has a black tail. Next coming to the second connective, that is conjunction. So conjunction of two statements P and Q can be read as a P and Q and it is represented as P and Q. So the statement P and Q has the truth value true when the statement P has the truth value true and the statement Q has the truth value also true. In remaining cases it will be false. So coming to the truth table, P and Q, for two statements we have the 4 combinations. If both the statements are true, then the resultant statement P and Q has the truth value true. If one of the statement is true and the statement Q is false, then the resultant statement is false. If the statement P is false and the statement Q is true, then the statement P and Q is false. And the statement P is false and the statement Q is also false, then the resultant statement P and Q is also false. So coming to the example, so if the statement P is defined, I am a good student, and the statement Q is defined, I like my math teacher, then the resultant statement P and Q is defined as I am a good student and I like my math teacher. So this is the example for the conjunction. Next coming to the disjunction. So the disjunction of two statements P and Q can be read as a P or Q and it is represented as P or Q. P or Q. So the statement P or Q has the truth value false if the statement P has the truth value false and the statement Q has the truth value false. In remaining cases it will be true. Coming to the truth table for disjunction. So if the statement P has the truth value true and the statement Q has the truth value true, then the resultant statement P or Q has the truth value true, and the statement P has the truth value true and Q has the truth value false, then the resultant statement P or Q has the truth value true. The statement P has the truth value false and the statement Q has the truth value true, then the resultant statement P or Q has the truth value true. If both the statements P or Q has the truth value false, then the resultant statement P or Q has the truth value false. This is about the dissection. And example for dissection is, if the statement P is I am a good student and the statement Q has I like my math teacher. So then write the statement P or Q, that is either I am a good student or I like my math teacher. So in the statement P or Q, either or we should write either I am a good student or I like my math teacher. Next, coming to the next connective, that is conditional statements. If P and Q are any two statements, then P implies to Q, which is read as a if P then Q, is called the conditional or implication statement. So if the statement P implies to Q has a truth value false, whenever the statement P has the truth value true and the statement Q has the truth value false. In remaining cases, it will be true. So coming to the truth table, if the statement P has the truth value true and the statement Q has the truth value false, then the statement P implies to Q has the truth value false. In remaining three cases, it will be true. Coming to the example, so here the two statements, I am a good student, I like my math teacher. So the resultant statement P implies to Q can be written as if I am a good student, then I like my math teacher. So if P, then Q. This is the example for conditional statement. Next, coming to the biconditional statements, if P and Q are any two statements, then P if and only if Q, which is read as a P if and only if Q, is called the biconditional statement. The statement P if and only if Q has the truth value true when both the statements are identical. Coming to the truth table, so the statement P is true and the statement Q is true, then the resultant statement P if and only if Q is true. If the statement P is false and the statement Q is false, then the resultant statement P if and only if Q is true. In remaining two cases, it will be false. Next example. So I will go to the beach if and only if it is a sunny. This is the example, and second example we can write I will get good marks if and only if I study hard. These two are the examples for biconditional statements. Next, coming to the problem, let P and Q be the statements. The statement P is defined, today is a holiday. The statement Q is defined, I will go for a movie. So express each of the formulas P and Q, P or Q, P implies to Q, P if and only if Q in English sentence. So for that first one, P if and only if Q can be written for these two statements as today is a holiday, if and only if I will go for a movie. P implies to Q can be written as if today is a holiday, then I will go for a movie. P or Q can be written as either today is a holiday or I will go for a movie. P and Q can be written as today is a holiday and I will go for a movie. This is the solution for the given problem. Next. So next problem is construct the truth table for the formula negation of P and Q if and only if negation P and negation Q. So here two statements are given, that is P and Q. So for the two statements we have the four combinations, that is true, 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 false, false, true, false, false. P and Q. So what is the truth table for P and Q? If both the statements are true, then the resultant statement P and Q is also true. Remaining cases it will be false. So true, true, it will be true. In remaining cases it is the false. Next, negation of P and Q. So if P and Q is true, then the negation of P and Q is false. So if P and Q is true, then negation of P and Q is false. Next, if P and Q is false, the negation of P and Q is true. If P and Q is false, the negation of P and Q is true. So false means this is also true. Then negation of P. If P is true, then negation of P is false. If P is true, the negation of P false. If false, then it will be true. Next, negation Q. If Q is true, then negation of Q is false. Q is false, then negation of Q is true. Q is true, then it will be false, false, true. Next, negation of P and Q. So the truth value for negation of P and Q is, so P and Q truth table is, if both the statements are true, then the resultant statement is true. So here negation P, true, true. So here it will be, the truth value for true and true is true. Remaining cases it is false. Next, negation of P and Q if and only if negation P and negation Q. So here we have to check the truth table for P if and only if Q. So what is the truth value for P if and only if Q? If both the statements are identical, then the resultant statement is true. In remaining cases it will be false. If you treat it as a P and it is a Q, then find out the truth values for P if and only if Q. If both the statements are identical, false, false. So the truth value for this one is true. And true, true. The truth value for this is true. Remaining cases it is a true, this one is false, and true, false. These two are false. This is the negation P and Q if and only if negation P and negation Q. Thank you.